All right, as stated in my last video, I'm working on this ammo can guitar, and you saw in that last video I had the neck cut with the fretboard glued to it, and the neck slot cut. So that's where we're going to pick this video up. I'm going to go through the rest of the build on this ammo can. So right off the bat, I haven't cut the fretboard down to size yet. You see I've left it long, and it serves a couple purposes doing that. First of all, I trace the edge of this so I know where the wood is inside the box, if that makes sense. I've already marked out where the bridge is going to go, and now I'm just figuring out where I want to put the humbucker. Once I figure that out, then I will actually cut this down. But it's also important to use this to kind of get lines so I can, get my lines and my markings. I double check this by measure from the inside of the box as well. So I've determined that this thing's going to have 21 frets. I'm going to cut it off at the 22nd fret, but it'll actually have 21 frets. So there's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So if you imagine it sitting right there, so it'll have 21 usable frets. You'll know where the 22nd is. You can slide over the top of it if you wanted to. And obviously the humbucker will be right underneath where the 24th fret would be, if that makes a difference. I don't know, but that's kind of usually how I do most of my guitars. All right, so we're going to cut this fretboard off, and then I'm going to start shaping this neck. Once I get the neck shaped and then a rough sand done to it, then we will put the fret dot markers in there. I know I've said this before, but man, if you're building some guitar necks or doing any kind of wood shaping, definitely get yourself one of these shin-twos. So after some shin-two work and several steps through the sandpaper, this thing is sanded to 400, which is not the final, but that gets it to where I can actually put the fret dot markers on here. I usually, if you look at my channel, I usually most everything is just either solder burns, or I use my laser engraver, just burn some stuff in there. But this one is going to get spent shell casings for fret dot markers. So I have some spent 300 blackout, but first problem is, man, that's a little long, huh? Tried to put that in there. So first thing I got to do is cut these down. Well, two things. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the spots on here, and then I'm gonna cut these down. Mark the spots, drill the holes, and then I'll cut these down and put them in here. I have, let's see. Oh, here it is. I was just messing around, so I took a couple pieces of wood I had, and just to do a test. So cut one of these off and embedded it in there just to double check that my process was going to work. So here we go. I'm going to mark these out, and then we will cut these down so they fit, get them glued in there. All right, I got them marked up. You can see the little holes. So it's just little starter holes. Went through and marked up the fretboard. All I did was just took a little straight edge and, made a little X. Let me get up here in the camera. Took a little straight edge and make a little X. Mark the center holes. So now I'm going to take it over to the drill press over yonder, and we're going to make it permanent. Just like that, all the way down. Well, obviously that's not going to work. All right, so you see the blue tape on there. I just took a little measurement and I marked these, and obviously I got to cut these down. I use the blue tape, it's just easier to mark on that blue tape. So breaking out the trusty old Dremel, we're going to get after it. So one of the things I discovered after I cut these is this is just a pair of needle nose pliers. They got the cutter on this side. It's kind of rounded on that side. Piece that I cut off that's in there. Perfectly makes it easy to hold without crushing it. And it makes it easy for me to file these things down smooth. Get the edges, get the bottoms flat. So they fit in here. Now I've already test fitted these, so it's just a matter of dropping some glue in there and getting this done. So here we go. All right, I know it looked like I was a little excessive with the glue, but that was on purpose. So obviously it was going to be difficult to cut those and get them exactly the size I needed. So I wanted a good glue base in the bottom so I could push them down and get them flush. And I knew I had just enough room for some of that stuff to ease out. That's on this. That's what I figured out when I did this test over here. So that's how I want it to look. The other thing is, you know, once I do the final sanding on the neck, I'll be able to polish that brass up and get it to looking good. So now it's a waiting game for me, not for you. We're going on to the next step. All right, I'm gonna interrupt this regularly scheduled program to open up a package. I reached out to Dale Puckett not too long ago and asked him if he had a reticle box, because I really like his reticle box guitar that I think is one of his favorites, and I actually got to play it a little bit when I was at the New Orleans Cigar Box Guitar Festival back in, what does this badge say, 2024, which is really cool, and I just kind of wanted to build one. But it's hard to find those boxes. So I told him I have one of these La Bamba Warhead boxes. I said, I'll send you one of these if you send me one of them reticle boxes. So I just got this package in the mail. I have not opened it. It's still sealed. So I'm gonna open it up, see what's in there. Check this box out. And then we'll get on back to the regularly scheduled program. So I'm gonna pack that box up too, and then figure out what else I can put in there for him. Send him stuff. Oh man, this is pretty awesome right here. I'm liking this already. This is cool. Yes. Oh look, man, this is so awesome. There you go. Here's the box. Let's open this joker up. Got a fancy slide. This thing is cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I do a little bit of slide. Of course, you guys know I can barely play the guitar, but I'll do my best to try to wear that thing out. Oh yeah, Dale Puckett t-shirt. Definitely have to rock that in one of these videos. Oh look, this one is just a black one, not see-through. If I can figure out how to open it. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, looks like there's a bunch of stickers and stuff in here. Oh yeah, some stickers. Dale Puckett sticker. Another sticker. Oh yeah, stickers. You guys notice, I don't know how good you can see it in this video, but I got stickers on the wall back there by my own air sign. Just a few things. I have another spot inside my garage where I have stickers, but back there I have a Dale Puckett cigar box guitar sticker. I have one of my stickers, and then stickers from places I order stuff from. So that's really cool. And what we got here? Oh man, this is really awesome right here. This is the Just Intonation 24-inch fretboard template. Look at this thing. This is cool. Whoa, whoa, don't tear it up. I had to find a place to hang this up in my garage here. I've been thinking about doing, some different fretting, fret spacings or whatnot on my on one of my guitars. I haven't taken the time to study that stuff. This is really awesome. This will probably be something that will motivate me to do that in the near future. So, man, really awesome. Dale, this is awesome, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. I really like this clear reticle box. Now I got to figure out or add this to the list so I can get a build going with this thing. I can't even open it, so I guess I got to learn how to do that first, and then there we go. Then I can do some sort of build with it. This thing is cool. Yeah, awesome. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. Right, I think I've talked about this before on some of my other videos, but there's advantages and disadvantages to using a hardtail bridge. So on this build, I'm using a hardtail bridge. When you use a floating bridge, you can move that joker as far as you want. You can twist it as much as you want. You're pretty much only limited by where you've attached the strings, you know, like this one. You know, I am limited by how far back I go because of where I attach the strings, but that's about the only limitation. Also on a floating bridge, the middle string is probably not going to be 100% intonated. On these, you can get that middle string intonated, but you don't have very much room. So when you mount these, you got to be very careful in your measurements and very precise. So I'm going to show you. This is one of the guitars that I built a while ago. This is guitar number 100. Still haven't done anything with this, but hopefully you can see this. And I've got this yardstick on here, and it's setting at the middle of the nut. And on the high string, this is the high string right here. I had to look up to the camera and make sure you can see this. But the middle of that string is at the 25-inch mark. This is a 25-inch scale. If I move it the other way, you can see that the middle of the low string is way past the 25-inch mark. So what you need to do is wind these all the way out and measure 25 inches to the middle here, right where where the string is gonna come over, and make sure you've left enough room to get that low, to be able to draw this back and get as much adjustment as you can for that low string. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's what I'm about to do on this ammo can. And I gotta turn this so I can, for me instead of for you. But you can see here, I've kind of got lines. Got this line here, this is the 25-inch mark. I've got lines that represent where the neck is running through the guitar. And the other important thing is I already have the neck attached to the can, because you want it in its final spot before you set this bridge location, as I would call it. So I've got this setting, and I'm probably going to go right to, yeah, right about there. All right, so anyway, this is 25 inches to the middle and 25 inches to this, and then I'll line it up, make my marks, and then we'll drill our holes and make it permanent. I think I've said this in other videos, but you can't put all of the pieces in here and then try to get in here to solder. So I solder everything up. I've put the pickup in here already. Now I've got to put everything where it belongs. And then once I do that, I'll give you a good look at the inside of the box here, and we'll start buttoning everything up. All right, neck done, box done. I'm gonna give you a look at the inside of it, and then we are gonna smash these two together and see what this thing sounds like. So you can see the volume and the tone pot down there and the jack. You can see the wiring from the humbucker. I had to wire all this outside the box. You also notice this big plate here that fits this part right here, the neck fits inside of it, and part of that fits over the top of it. And that's where the bridge is going to be. It's just to give enough bite for the screws. Also, we're going to see, but we're using a hardtail bridge, and based on the back angle, it looks like I'm going to need to give this thing a lift so that to get the action right. So based on my measurements, that's what I'm going to start off with. We'll see what happens here. If I got to take this plate out, I will, but I'm thinking this is going to work. And then you'll notice the string, or the string, the wire sticking out here. So that's the ground for the strings. That's where string came from. All right, so I'll put this together, and then we'll check it out. All right, there it is, the ammo can Gitty. Let me cut these things off of here. It's dangerous, dangerous. Have these things flying around. Here we go. Man, couple things. First thing, this thing is really cool. It's got gold locking tuners on it. You'll notice right away, I got shell casings for fret dot markers. That's what he asked for. Now check this out. Probably at first glance you don't even notice, but this is the screw. Maybe in the video I never really talked about it, but there was a hole there in the fretboard, and that's what it was for. This is what holds the front part of the neck into the box. Really can't screw it into the back. I mean, I guess I could if I got some ginormous screws and put extra blocks in there or whatnot, but I screw it in from the front, and I still like that fretboard coming over, so I was able to use that area and put that screw in there. And then the back is held on, this cord's getting hung up. Back is held on by a screw in here, and it goes into all the way into the neck. Here's a good look. I don't know which way to turn this so you can see it, but here's a good look at the inside of the box with it put together. You can see here, you got room to take the pickup up and down. You got room to store stuff in here if you want. Just don't mess up the wire. Man, thing sounds good. It's what it sounds acoustically. Now it's got sound holes, so let me cover this giant sound hole, because you know, see what it sounds like with that covered. Put the lid back on it. Come on, get on there, buddy. All right, now we got the lid on. Yeah, sounds good. I just literally just strung this thing up. Oh yeah, look. So strings are stretching. All right, so I'll stay out here and play this thing for a little while and tune on it, but I just wanted to go ahead and just, you know, get the ending part of this video done, give you a good look at it, so you can see how it came out. Man, it's really awesome. Sounds good. Yeah, so let's turn this amp on. Whoa. didn't even talk about that. It's got a tone and volume knob, and these are shotgun shells. Cut them down and made them into tone and volume knobs. Thing's cool. You know, mess with the volume a little bit, get your tone knob in the right position. You can even adjust, like I said earlier, you can adjust this up and down. Get right to right height. You know, that'll help you out. Action is good on here. You can still play the slide. There you go. I came out here this morning after letting this thing set overnight and letting the string stretch. Turned it back up. Sounded good. So I got to start on some other projects, but I'm gonna continue just kind of messing with this. You know, like I said, I like to sit here and play these, you know, for a little, you know, for a day or so, just kind of let them settle and, you know, make sure there's no issues with them. And then I'll probably be getting this thing in the mail sometime early to middle next week, I think. But yeah, this was a fun build. This is a really cool guitar. This one is number 119. So we might as well go ahead and, yeah. Number 119. All right, this was a fun build. This one's going to Steve. So, like I said, probably in the next day or two, I will be trying to get this thing in the mail, get it on its way, and there will be more videos to follow. I got some other builds definitely going if you've been following my stuff. If you haven't been following my stuff, please like, share, and subscribe so you'll get little notifications and you can check out my videos. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.